Hello guys and welcome back to my vlogs. Today we'll be going on a journey to three places which are located next to each other in Kuttikkanam. So this video is actually a first part of a series shot in a single day, and I promise that I will post it one after another as soon as possible. First and foremost, I want to thank you for your participation, and I really mean it. Today we'll be going to a pond which is not often visited by everyone. It's actually a hidden gem, a private pool for the residents of Kuttikkanam. This pond is known as M.B.C Pond. The name of the pond originates from the college situated next to it. As we can see, what we are seeing right now is a college known as Marian College run by the Diocese of Kayam. For getting into the pond, we have to go through Kuttikkanam Peermade Road. When we are talking about this particular geological form, the real name of this pond is known as thattahikkanam kayam. The time is about 3 o'clock and it's quite cool and windy, so the entire sound of the video is on mute as it interrupts the entire voice. The pond is actually not a real pond. It's often known as a lagoon or kayam in Malayalam language. The origin of the pond is in the same valley from which the Madamakulam waters originate. It can be called as a brother or sister of Madamakulam Falls. The river flows from the valley of Madamakulam waterfalls and flows into the Peermade region. The real name of the river is Ajuda River according to Google Map. And I really ask you for forgiveness for not conducting a proper search regarding this piece of gem. The terrain of this region hides a lot of gems in nature in plain sight, and I believe I can bring it in front of everyone who is watching this video. So when we are walking through the same route, you can see a small shop, and that's where you have to take a turn to the left side. You can see a road going downwards. This road is not actually properly maintained, and there is no signboard showing any indication of the pond or a river. That's the main reason, I guess, why it isn't being visited by tourists just like every others. So first of all, let me give you a brief introduction about Kuttikkanam and its history. Kuttikkanam is a hill station located in Idukki district, Kerala. It is situated 3,500 feet above the mean sea level, and it is surrounded by green tea plantations upon mountains. It is within the territory of Peermade Panchayat. Ellapara, Kangirapalli and Mundakayam are the nearest town. In the 16th century, this territory was under the rule of Changanashiri kings and was uninhabited. In the year 1756, the king of Travancore conquered Changanashiri and bought the place under his supremacy. A Church Mission Society missionary, Henry Baker, started coffee plantations, and under the regency of Sri Mudan Tirunal, these became tea plantations. During the British Raj in India, Kuttikkanam became an upmarket resort. Since at first there was no road but only a pathway, the British started the Area Ropeway Limited, Travancore's first state public limited company. The summer palace of the Travancore kings was located in Kuttikkanam, which is known as M.B.C Kottaram. During the British period and after, the manpower was brought to Kuttikkanam from various parts of Kerala and Tamil Nadu, and the descendants of these migrant workers constitute the major part of the population in Kuttikkanam. As we continue for another 700 meters, on my left side you can see the Peermade Development Society, an NGO which was founded by the Kangirapalli Diocese under the Bishop Emeritus Mar Matthew Arakkan, which is an NGO that is focusing on rural and tribal communities in Idukki district of Kerala. When we go through, we can see that we are approaching the end of the road. And that's right guys, we are approaching the way to the M.B.C Pond. When we continue straight, we will be reaching a small 1 foot wide road. It's not a road, it's a 1 foot wide path which is opening into the lush greenery of the Kuttikkanam's meadows. As we continue, we have to take a small turn on the right, which will lead to another 1 foot wide road, which is actually a pathway covered by greenery on the both sides. So as we are walking, let me give you a small introduction about what the river Ajuda is. Ajuda is a tributary of Pamba River, the third longest river in southern Indian state of Kerala. It originates from Peermade, flows through the dense forest and reaches the Koyathood. From there, it forms the boundary between Kottayam and Idukki district. It then crosses Shabarimala, traditional trekking path at Kalakatti area before joining the Pamba river at Kadamala. You can see a big tree standing tall on my right side. This is actually a marker that we are approaching the M.B.C Pond. As we continue straight, we can see a small opening on the right side, and we have to turn at that area to descend into the area in which the Aldeyar flows. So as we continue, we can see the mighty of that big tree on my right side. So this is a place that where we have to take the turn. Yes, and this is the place that we will be descending down to the river Aldeyar. So as you can see, it's quite risky. There are pebbles on the road, and I cannot hold my camera properly. So that's why I'm not focusing on the road. You can see a small glimpse of river down at the bottom of the screen. And yes, my friends, that is the Ayurveda River, or otherwise we can call it as an M.B.C Pond. We can see it is non-perennial river, which means it flows all over the year, and sometimes it get dried up due to intense sunlight. So this is the so-called Ayurveda or a part of it, and this is where the M.B.C column or the thattahikkanam locate. So as you can see, it is flowing from that side, and it's going through all the way through the rock art cliff, jumping into the lagoon, and you can see the edge of the lagoon on the screen. And you can see that the water is trickling down through the rocks and forms a small miniature waterfall. And this is exactly, my friends, this is the Thattahikkanam kayam, which is actually 1.5 humans height at the deepest point. Or this is what I have been shared. This is what have been shared to me by my friends who has jumped into the pool. Unfortunately, I really don't know how to swim, so I won't recommend myself jumping into the pool. So I recommend it to you too. So you can see my friend Jilin, who is actually enjoying the trek, and he's showing us a hi. So it's better to give him a hi. So my friends, this is the end of the video, and this is M.B.C column. Thank you.